Hey everyone, thanks for checking in. Today we're going to talk about how to make a healthy cereal. Not that Raisin Bran crap you can get from the store, Kellogg's, but something that's really going to help nourish your body. And this time I learned to inspire health, and it was based off of Holy Crap. So if you've watched Dragon Den, I'm sure you've heard of this awesome breakfast cereal. It's actually based out of British Columbia. So if this seems too complicated or too much, definitely check that out. But obviously, you pay a premium for convenience. And it's a great thing, especially if you're traveling, to check it out. Let me show you how you're going to do it. So first we're going to start off with some creamy buckwheat. And funny enough, even though wheat's in the name, it actually doesn't have wheat and it's not a grain, it's actually a fruit seed. And if I was probably a bit more intelligent, I'm just kidding, but it was a bit more planning forward, I'd probably do this all at once, but I tend to be laissez-faire and I like to change up the recipe, go on. So if you want, I can send you a detailed recipe, but again, I try to be laissez-faire, change it up, so I don't get bored with it. So I put in a good amount of creamy buckwheat. I'm pretty hungry, I just did like a cardio session at the gym, so I'm gonna do a pretty decent amount of buckwheat. Great source of manganese, folate, etc., right? Next is chia seeds. They've been a craze ever since the book Born to Run came out. And this chia seeds, when they soak in water or any liquid, it's gonna kind of puff up and they'd be like very gelatinous. So they're very good if you want to create like chia seed pudding as like a very healthy dessert option. So the amount of chia seeds you want to add depends on what consistency you like your breakfast cereal. So I like a more porridgey type versus a typical, very kind of runny breakfast. So I add a bit more chia seeds than you usually would. So, but you want to add a lot less than the buckwheat. So I added enough chia seeds just to cover up all the buckwheat. I know that's good enough that when I add enough almond milk or cashew milk, corn milk, it's going to really solidify nicely and be kind of very thick. Next, I usually would have hemp seeds. I ran out, I haven't had time to go groceries. So next I'm going to do some ground flax seeds. And with ground flax seeds, again, polyunsaturated fatty acid, I talked about in my previous cooking oil video. You want to make sure that it's in a nice black container, protects the fatty acids, and you store it in the fridge because, again, unsaturated fatty acids are reactive, much more reactive to heat, light, and oxygen than saturated fatty acids because of that double bond, right? So we're going to get in there, get a good amount of this. I try to cover the whole thing again. Yeah, now I'm finished the flax seeds today. So perfect. So I have my grains. I usually have hemp seeds. And now I add a little bit of flavor. So I really enjoy is adding some Unsweetened Shredded Coconut. I find it adds a lot of flavor without adding any sugar, which is awesome. Add a pretty good amount. Obviously, coconut's just amazing for you. Don't listen to what the AHA says. They used to tell you margarine was great, and it's literally the worst thing for your heart. And what I've done is I've cut up some dates. I find they're a great way to sweeten. Again, you can add nice variation, so you could add different grains. I do dates, sometimes I do bananas. I've got some really awesome berries from the Peace Arch Farmers Market this weekend, so I may start incorporating some strawberries, raspberries, etc. But today I felt like dates, and I really love dates. And I only add like 2 or 3. I've cut them up so because they are very sweet, so I don't want to overdo it. So I add the dates. I got some walnuts. Again, you can add the variety. So I have basically the same recipe, the same skeleton, but adding these points of variation makes it much more easier to adhere. So I could have this, and then tomorrow I could have bananas and cashews, and even though it's practically the same dish, it feels very different. So handful of walnuts, again, consistently. I like really crunchy, so I'll tend to add a bit more walnuts than you may want to do. Got my almond milk. I'm really kind of on a cashew milk binge. My uncle kind of taught me about cashew milk, told me to try it, and I absolutely loved it, but I'm out of cashew milk, so you have some almond milk. And again, you just want to add a decent amount of almond milk. Again, depends on your consistency. And there you have it. Not that difficult. It takes about 30 seconds to make the dates, pit these all out. And you can, if you really want to be planning ahead and be very organized, you can combine these in the combination, in the amounts you want, and just make a big jar. So then all you have to do to make it is pour it in, add the almond milk, and I either use maple syrup or honey. And I found this really, it's a clover. It's in Cloverdale. It's called Honeybee Center. It's local honey. And they add a little herbs. This one has ginger. So I'll wait about 5-10 minutes. Depends again on consistency, how much you want the chia seeds to kind of pull up the liquids. Add the honey at the end, and then we're ready to eat. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how you enjoy your healthy cereal. And make sure to subscribe to continue getting awesome cooking videos. Thank you.